Rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Ken can take the stage, ready to play. Weekdays at 10, the cars and the scene. Coffee in hand, they're living the dream. Crashing in the voice, got the whole town awake. Bringing fire to the mic, make no mistake. Shows in the corner, spitting out facts. Dropping truth bombs, ain't holding back. Ken in the morning, feel the heat. From 10 a.m. CST, can take a seat. Live and loud, that break in the mind. Light up your speakers, crank up the sound. They're talking about life upside down. Opinions exploded like a sonic blast. In the studio, they're built to last. With passion and grit, they engage and ignite. Every single week, their foes can fight. From sports to politics,
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Yo, morning.
That sounds like the appropriate opener for today there, buddy. Wow, is my ass frosted. I'd like to take a dog right now and send him to freaking Kokomo.
Wow. Got Beach Boys on him with Kokomo. Yeah, you know, it's that time of year, man. Everyone's getting a little frisky.
Frisky's a freaking understatement. Holy schnizzle.
I mean, what else are you to do when there's nothing but clickbait on and the weather is getting warm? You know.
I don't know. Probably a good idea would be to not piss off the nearest guinea to you. Holy schnizzle, did I get pissed right off this morning.
It's like a daily occurrence now. I mean, it's like I can't even open up social media for the most part right now because either it's A, clickbait.
Thank you, Yinzer. I definitely needed that. Oh, maybe not bust, maybe ruptured's the more proper term.
What a jag off. Jackwagon. Oh. But no, it's like, you know, this time of year, it's like, okay, it's clickbait central. Everyone's just they've been cooped up all winter. Now they're getting stupid with it by being able to leave the house. I don't know, man. I'm just at that point. I think I'm going on vacation. I just need a break from people. You know what I mean? I just need a break from people. There's so much stupidity going on. I can't even open up social media because the amount of stupidity I see on social media. And of course, I mean, I'm not going to try to be political, but I'm going to be political. Anytime a Republican's in office, the level of stupid on social media ratchets up about 1,000,000-fold. I mean, oh my God. I can't do it anymore, man. These people just flood the internet with their stupidity. You know, because they're not happy because they lost an election and aren't getting their way. So now they got to make the rest of us miserable. I'm just like, I'm not going to deal with them anymore, man.
Yeah, no. See, I am now fully on board. I'm going to be a cave people now. And I'm rolling a boulder in front of that cave to where it's just freaking me and like 3 other people. I mean, hey, good morning there, Fred.
Like, how is it? Anytime one party wins, one party wins, the other one loses. With one party, they get, you know, they're not happy, but they go about business, right? They do their thing. Yeah, they bellyache a little bit. There's always going to be a little belly aching. Well, why do we lose? You know, because that's natural, right? Like, well, why did we lose something? Well, you know, let's dissect it, right? Oh, well, maybe we lost touch. Maybe we did X wrong. Maybe whatever, right?
Yeah. And Fred's out here stoking the fires.
No, but I mean, and so that's how that goes. And another party loses. Oh, well, it has to be because they cheated. Now we must impeach. We must remove. We must disrupt because we lost. I'm just tired of it, man. I'm just tired of it. I am just fed up. It's kind of like with the NFL. I'm fed up about certain things the NFL do, man. It's like, Roger Goodell, you're a piece of shit. Period.
Dude, now do you see the allure of being a cave people?
I do.
Come on.
I do. But unfortunately, we can't be a cave people. You know what I mean? I mean, I can. My money's federally protected. Let them shut the government down all they want. I'm still going to get paid. I can care less. I'm going to buy groceries. You're not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have to fly.
Well, seeing as how my old man taught me how to hunt and fish pretty damn well, I think I don't got to worry about the grocery store either.
Yeah, dude, I can go catch redfish off my dock down the street. I mean, you know.
Now, granted, there won't be as many options and everything won't taste as great. But hey, who cares if I'm eating the same thing for fucking 2 weeks in a row? At least that some bitch will be clean.
Hey, I've eaten MREs for a week to.
Oh God! Oh, I forgot I'm talking to a military guy. You're used to them sprinkling a little bit of salt and pepper on some cardboard and them telling you to thank you for it.
No, that's what Joe was getting when he was
That's it, Yinzer. We're meeting in the cage and we're fighting over the Batman title.
I'm telling you, dude, because like even with the NFL right now, it's nothing but clickbait, and I'm just tired of it. I am just like, whatever happened to truth in reporting or actual honest reporting? I mean, there's so many bots, and a lot of them aren't us. They're bots from fucking England and China and North Korea and Iran. You know, it's bot land, right?
What set this whole thing off?
Oh, just we're all having bad mornings.
Yeah. My dog decided to royally piss me off today and break a few things, like literally directly before the show. So I came in a little fucking frosty, and apparently Ken got his ass a little fucking frosted this morning too. So we're kind of just ranting a bit.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of because it sets up because this is that time of year where it's clickbait and people are just getting stupid, and then like, you know, people are getting stupid about basically
how about instead of that, I let you lick my turd cutter?
Hey, how about you get paid with the sweat from my? If you watch CB4, you know what I'm talking about.
No, broski. I may have wanted to, but I don't try and go around Mason Crosby and animals, man.
Yeah, man, leave my dogs out of it. No, I mean, Fred's killing me, man.
Fred, I'm with you, buddy.
Well, see that's everything though. That's the irony of it. And like one of the guys on X made a comment on my tag for yesterday's show. They said, "Hey, you know, clickbait's running rampant." And he made a comment like, "Dude, I hate this time of year. You know, can we just draft?" And I'm with him because the clickbait, like what we get for the NFL, is almost as bad as all this political crap. Because like everyone gets just so like with the NFL clickbait, people get so emotionally invested in some shitty clickbait article that's never going to happen, and they'll get in these knocked out, dragged down fights about how stupid you are because you don't agree with the clickbait. Like, dude, it's clickbait.
This prospect came and took a visit to this team, and then he happened to go to a convenience store that happened to fucking have fucking convenience stores by that team too. So that means he's going there. And Yinzer, to answer your question, my dog's a white lab.
I mean, Broski, Fred, you two are killing me, man. But you know what, though?
What did he say? Trump is dragging his balls across the globe.
Yeah, and China's eating a huge Trump QB sandwich. But you know what, though? Let's talk about him for a minute. How many presidents go to NFL football games, NCAA basketball football games, to
UFC fights,
sporting events in this country? He is the only one.
Didn't Obama go to a couple of professional games?
Every so often, a president will go through a first pitch out at a baseball game, right? That's kind of like a thing. Famously, Reagan went to Wrigley and did it. W has done it a couple times, right?
Oh yeah, wasn't W
anything?
Wasn't W one of the ones that had like one of the weird ass freaking pitches that was almost like it came off a wet noodle or something like that?
Well, Bush, you know, the funny thing about W is he was going to be the commissioner of baseball, but then he decided to run for president instead.
Yeah, because didn't he own like a minor league team or something?
No, yeah, he owned a minor league team called the what's the team? Oh yeah, the Rangers. He owned that minor league team called the Rangers. He owned the team. But I mean, it's just like Hell,
All right, Fred.
do it, Fred. Hey, our current president actually goes to the Army Navy game. Imagine it. The trophy that's awarded to the team between the academies is named for the president, and he actually goes. Imagine that.
No, we are not.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm speaking in generalities, but I did want to point that out. We are a sports show, and he does support sports. Oh my God, that's so terrible. That's the thing. He goes to a game, and we get ranted on about how terrible he is for going to a football game.
I can tell
to support people.
I can tell you, I truly 100% freaking hate all the constant freaking Trump talk, whether it's pro, negative, whatever. I don't care. I do not care to hear about this man freaking 24/7. Yes. Does he do some things I like? Yes. Does he do some things I hate? Yes. Okay. Now let's stop talking about him all the fucking time.
Well, you know what? That's just it, though, Ken. It's not even like they talk about the actual policy or the issue. Like he goes to a football game and it turns into some like mass genocide because he went to a football game. Like who fucking cares? Like the DoorDash thing. Oh my God, people were deep diving this DoorDash lady. Dude, you get it was a political stunt. Like everyone knows it was a political stunt to, when they roll out new programs, this is what politicians do. They bring in a person who's a supporter of the politician and do something like the DoorDash lady. There's a standard fare in U.S. politics. But some people acted like, oh my God, what a travesty. The world is ending. Oh my God, look out. I mean, dude, they all do it. Both sides. Dude, why do we have to? It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's on clickbait, NFL clickbait level. Like, you're getting lambasted because you don't agree that because some player went to some 30 visit that, that doesn't mean they're going to draft them. And people are like, oh, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. They did a 30 visit. Yay.
Now, to be fair, I think he was trolling with that one, but
oh, the dude's a master troller. He trolls.
That is one thing I will give him.
That's one thing I love about him is the ability. And you know who else has got it too? JD Vance can troll like with the best of them, dude. Like the meme stuff he does, dude. That's what I love about some of our politicians. And the Democrats have a couple too. You got a couple politicians out there who kind of get this whole trolling bit and have fun with it, and I love that because it takes all that everyone's so life and death serious out of it. It's like, okay, let's have some fun with it. I can love a good meme more.
Dude, South Park roasted Trump and JD Vance, like, and I'm not like, dude, I laughed my ass off. Like JD Vance was like that little midget, and he was like, "Oh, dude, you want to talk about lampooning?"
Well, and Charlie Kirk got lambasted by them, right? And he loved it.
Yeah.
Talk about it all the time.
I was gonna say that's kind of the whole point of comedy is we're gonna sit here and we're gonna poke fun at the fucked up shit you do or the weird quirks that you have, and you can either go along with it like Charlie Kirk, or you can get butthurt about it like some of the super Trump supporters did when they were going at him with it. Like, dude, come on, it's a joke. Relax.
It's a joke. Comedy is there for a reason, right? I mean, it's funny though, because it's like these clickbait articles we get with these draft proposals and that, and people get so bent out of shape. It's like, dude, it's some guy in his basement, or his mom's basement, typing this thing up and putting it on the Ethernet, well, I guess I'm only partially bearded. I don't count.
Oh yeah, you don't got enough beard in this fucking game.
No. But I mean, like, they get all bent out of shape because we don't agree that the Bears are going to trade for Max Crosby and give up 15,000 bajillion whatevers for it. I mean, it's like, dude, it's just not going to happen. But they get all bent out of shape and their world is over. It's like, dude, life is serious, but not that serious.
When Ken the Packer fan goes to the barber, he asks for the Gimli son of Gloin. Give me the Gimli, bro. Like,
I tell you, man. Yeah, I mean, can we just draft already? You know what? I'm gonna be so lost a week from Monday when I come back from my nice little vacation, my nice little Caribbean cruise, where I get away from all of this stuff. Oh God, I gotta open up that.
I'm excited for the draft, man. Like,
I'm gonna be so lost in the sauce. Like I can guarantee you, Sunday when I get home, I'm gonna be researching on who the hell the Bears draft because I'll be on the
uh,
boat, and I don't think I'm gonna have any um any internet. I'm not buying ship's Wi-Fi, so I'm not gonna have any way. I might be able to see the draft, but I don't know if I'm gonna want to see the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be a hell of a thing when you guys take a lawn snapper in the first round.
yeah.
Oh, geez,
It's gonna be
Fred.
exciting, dude. You know, Caleb Banks took a 30 visit to the Raiders yesterday. Like,
Who
I know that
who did?
30 Caleb Banks. 30
Oh,
visits don't
he went to
really
Chicago too.
they don't really mean a whole lot, but with the Raiders they kind of do because like the Raiders last year, they signed they drafted 7 of their 30 visits. Like that was like the highest by team. Um, so you know, maybe I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they're thinking
So
about taking a chance on Caleb Banks, dude. Like, would you take the chance on Caleb Banks if you needed a nose tackle?
Hey, I'm all up. Hey, apparently Andrew thinks we should be in the draft room. I'm cool for picking for Green Bay. How about you guys? Not picking
Uh,
for Green Bay, picking for your respective teams.
I mean, I'll
I
pick
don't
for
need to
Green
be. I
Bay.
don't need to be. I don't need to be making the picks, but like, I wouldn't mind being in the room and like offering my
There you
input
go.
for sure.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm happy with the way Ryan Poles drafts. So I'm cool not being in the draft room. I like the way Ryan Poles drafts, at least in the first 2 or 3 rounds. But you know, he's had some good late round stuff. I mean, look, I can't complain about the draft the last couple years for my team. I like to be a fly in the wall and watch the process, right? More than anything, than
Yeah,
give you my 2 cents. I think I think
I like Dre's comment here with a voice in the room. Yes.
That's what I said. I want to be a voice in the room. I don't want to be the guy making the call. Everything falls on you, right? Like, but I want to have an input on it. That would be
Well,
nice.
if we had a first round draft pick this year, then yes, I want to be the guy making the first round draft pick. But since we don't, Goody handle the whole rest of that bitch.
I think with polls, I would just like the way he does things. I like to be a fly on the wall and watch his process, and get a more of a deeper understanding of the draft process from that level. Because we see it, like, look, we understand the draft process to a certain degree as fans, as doing the podcast and whatnot. You know, maybe we've dug a little bit deeper because we do this every morning, but I like I like to see the process. Well, I like to have a voice. I think my voice would be like, "Are you sure?" Like I'd like to be that probing question person. You know, like, "Are you sure?" You know, what makes this the guy? Like I would ask that. That's it. And if they got, and just be the fly in the wall because like we all think we know what our team needs, but we don't know what our team depth really looks like because we don't know what goes on in the practice rooms and on the practice fields and in the training rooms and all that kind of good stuff. You know what I mean? Like we don't have over 50% of the information coming into the draft that our GMs have. Like probably not even 10% of the information.
Wouldn't it be funny if we all three got to be like in the room on draft day and all of a sudden they just bust out the bingo ball machine and they're just like turning the crank too?
Dude,
Every player in the draft and they just pull a ball.
I would be so pissed off, but to me that would explain why we took Jordan Morgan.
Oh yeah, Fred.
Morning, Snoop.
I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
I mean,
No, but like honestly, dude, like there's two safeties in this draft that I'm like enamored with, dude, and I hope the Raiders get one of them in the third round because they might not make it to the fourth. But Zakee Wheatley, well, actually, there's 3 really good safeties, but I don't think we're going to get McNeil Warren because he's probably going to go in the first round, or early second. But Bud Clark from TCU. That dude is an abs, and Zakee Wheatley from Penn State. Both those guys, keep an eye out for them. Those guys they're going to be good players.
and you know what I'd really love to see though? Not only though, I'd like to be a fly in the wall, so to speak, so I could see not just the process, but the depth of the process of the scouting. But then, like, I'd like to hear the trade proposals that come in on the phone, and try to understand why GMs make some of the moves they make, with some of the trades they make, and why they're so willing, in some cases, to pretty much write almost a blank check draft in terms of what they give up for player X. You know what I mean? Like the thought processes that go through that. Like, why did the Niners give up so much to go get Trey Lance? Why did the Bears give up so much to get Trubisky? You know, like what's in that thought process that, oh my God, we have to move up one spot to give up the farm to get a guy that people weren't going to draft ahead of you? You know, like what's the thought process there? Was there any thought process at all? You know, what's the thought process of what your needs are versus what the media says your needs are? Like,
Yeah, I agree, Yinzer.
because I have a
Ted Hurst.
feeling like you get stuff like that, like with Ted Hurst, right? Like the Bears don't need a receiver. Wouldn't it be ironic that 25 we draft them? And people would be like, well, wait a minute, because that happens every year. Colson Loveland is a good example. Last year when the Bears drafted Colson Loveland, people were like, wait, hold on a minute. What?
Yeah, but Ted Hurst is projected as like a 3rd-round pick. So if you picked him at 25, I think the Bears fans would riot. But he's. I get what you're. I know the point you're trying to make. I get the point you're trying to make. I was just
because that happens every year. Some guy that these analysts sit behind a desk say, "Oh, that's a 3rd-round pick," goes in the 1st round, and people are like, "Oh my God, the world is falling. My team is done. We're gonna suck for decades." And then the guy comes out and he balls. Like, what's the thought process? You know, like why did 2 teams that pick quarterbacks ahead of Kansas City pass him Mahomes and take Watson and Trubisky, right? Like, yeah, good question there. Like, why? Why didn't Aaron Rodgers get drafted in the 1st round?
he did, but he went
26.
he went late.
Well, yeah.
When he was supposed to be the first.
He was supposed
overall.
to be number 1 overall to the Niners, but they took Alex Smith instead.
He's basically a 2nd-round pick at that point.
And I will forever love Alex Smith for that.
I mean, but you see what I'm saying? They're
But the Niners are probably like, fuck, you know?
Oh, I guarantee they were.
Imagine if the Niners got Aaron Rodgers that year, dude, how many Super Bowls they would have by now.
Oh, absolutely, because Alex Smith was pretty damn good in that system on his own, and we all agree he's an above-average quarterback, but nothing spectacular, anything like that. But Aaron Rodgers, that was a superstar. Could you imagine what he would have done with those 49ers teams? Oh, my God, I would cry.
When did Tom Brady get drafted?
2000?
No.
Oh, the
in the
pick.
6th round. He was picked 196.
Yeah.
No, he didn't do those back then, Yinzer. He was too uptight.
I mean, so I'd like to get in a thought process, like how they evaluate these guys. Like,
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Ken, the Packer fan. He went to Berkeley, bro. Like, I'm sure he had his time with shrooms before he was ever drafted.
He had his time with weed then.
What makes Ty Simpson a guy that we're even talking about in the 1st round when up till Dan Orlovsky making his comment, people are looking at him as a 2nd or 3rd round pick? Now all of a sudden, because some guys in suits behind desks who get paid millions of dollars to start controversy say something, he's like, oh, he's a can't miss guy. Well, wait a minute. A few months ago, no one thought he was even a 1st rounder.
His tape is very it's very intriguing.
But like his tape hadn't changed. After his tape and the season was done, 2nd or 3rd rounder. All of a sudden, you know, you get to the combine, and Orlovsky goes, "Oh, you should be number 1 overall. You know, the Raiders should be taking him." Now all of a sudden, he's a 1st round pick. His tape didn't change in February. You know what I'm saying? In January and February, the tape was the same as it was when he was a 2nd or 3rd rounder.
No, but to be fair, before Dan Orlovsky came out and said all that, I did say that I thought Ty Simpson was going to be a good quarterback at the NFL. Like, I didn't pick a round for him to be drafted in, and I didn't say he was better than Mendoza, but I did say, like, I think Ty Simpson is going to be a good quarterback. He has the tools. He doesn't have the experience. That's the one real knock on him is, you know, And his
Yeah,
tape, like I said, his tape is intriguing. In the beginning of the season, he was lighting the world on fire, but then it's like he started to regress, and it didn't look as good, and so that's the question mark on him.
Yeah, because at that point, defense. I mean, look at the guy wasn't even a starter till this year, right? And then
Mhm.
defenses start getting tape midway through the year, and production he regresses. Hmm, warning signs, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
this is that time of year, man, with the clickbait and I'm just, can we just draft already? Like, can we speed this process up? Can we get to OTA so we can be told how terrible our draft picks are because they didn't have the best practice in the history of practices? I'm waiting for that stuff. Or how this guy is going to light the world on fire because he has a great practice. It's
Yeah, but
practice, guys.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I can get why you don't like that, but for me, I do like that. Like as part of the draft, like all the draft is speculation. It's like nobody really knows shit, and so I'm a fan of the speculation. Like I like to sit there and like talk about, oh, like does this guy have the tools? Does he not have the tools? Like, it's interesting to me. Like guys like Ruben Bain Jr. Like in if Ruben Bain Jr. had arms that were 2 inches longer, we'd be talking about him as possibly the number one overall pick, right? But because God gave him arms that are a little bit shorter than the typical NFL edge rusher, he's like, oh, now he might be a top 10 pick, but maybe not, right? Like, but it's the same player, and we saw what he did at Miami. Like, I think the dude's going to be a stud, but what do I know, right? Like, maybe the analysts are right. Maybe he gets drafted top 10 overall, and then he goes somewhere and sucks. Who knows, dude? Like, but that's the fun of it for me, right? It's like,
we talked about Ruben Bain a little bit. What Friday was it last week? Or not Friday? Whenever we talked, was it Monday? I don't know. I can't remember right now. And I enjoy that too, Joe. Don't get me wrong. But some of this I like some of the speculation. I like to look at some of these trade proposals and war game it. I'm fine with that. Like, hey, let's war game this, right? What's war game the Raiders trading out number one? We did that the other day. We tried to war game it out a little bit, right? The piece of it I don't like, and this is the more prevalent part these days, is people get so butthurt when you don't agree with it, or you think, that's a little far fetched. It's not going to happen, and the feelings get hurt over that crap. You know what I mean? I mean, it's all speculation. It's all speculation. It's not about even who's right or who's wrong, but people take it to that level.
oh, Broski's comment is like one of the perfect examples, right? Like Broski, he just took a giant steaming deuce all over Jeremiah Love, right? Jeremiah Love is the consensus number one overall running back in this draft, right? And there's people that are highly like touting him, and Broski has the opposite opinion. He thinks that he's highly overrated, right? Like last year, Broski was not a fan of Genty, right? Like, and made it known. Genty had 975 yards as a rookie, as quiet as it's kept with that terrible offensive line. So
I wasn't a fan of Genty for the Bears. I didn't think he'd be right for my team. Genty was good last year for the Raiders. I just didn't think he'd be good for my team.
Yeah, but Broski didn't think he'd be good at all.
At all, I know. And like, I don't, and you know what? That's fine. Like, there's no reason to get butthurt over this stuff, though, right? But people do. I think that's more of what perturbs me than any of it. It's like the arm thing. Like, hey, wasn't there an offensive lineman a couple years ago? We had that argument with the guy from Northwestern, and he's playing.
Skoronski.
Yeah, he's playing pretty good ball.
Yeah. So my point wasn't to like point out, oh, Broski is wrong, right? My point was like, because I actually respect, Broski's football knowledge, but even, Broski is wrong on some things and he's right on some things, right? Like that's the whole point of the speculation. It's like I can take his opinion and say, I don't really agree with that, but I guess we'll find out, won't we? Like,
In a weird way, I'm almost happy I'm going to miss the draft because I get to get off the boat Sunday, right? And then find out what we drafted and then try to figure out why we drafted what we drafted. You know what I'm saying? I get to do like this.
See, that's the more the speculation I like is once the draft is over, is how are these teams going to use these players that they got? Are they actually going to be able to get this guy's potential out? Are they going to completely David fucking Carr this kid and ruin them?
Hey, broski. So now that you've you said that you thought, I remember you said that you thought that Genty's best statistical season could be his rookie season, but now with Linderbaum and the Raiders upgraded offensive line, do you still feel that way? I would be surprised if you did, because I'm looking at I think Genty could go for 1,500 this year, dude.
Give me him
Right,
having a
right
big
there.
year like that this year, but give me the Eddie Lacy development where his first 2 years are awesome and then he just fucking takes.
Oh, don't do that to the
Well,
don't do that to the man.
Even better
Hey, that's payback for Tucker Kraft, motherfucker.
an even better argument though is like the whole quarterback draft class for Caleb, right? Like who should have been the Bears number 1 overall? You know, it should have been Caleb, should have been Jaden, should have been whoever, and like we're now getting to year 3, so we're starting to get a little more. First off, that entire draft class is, for the most part, is really good at quarterback. That was a great quarterback draft class. But like Jaden Daniels, year 1, Bears fan, oh my God, we should have gotten him. Year 2, the guy spent more time injured than he did playing, it seems. But Caleb was just ice cold, right? The ice man coming. But hey, another guy from that draft class gets to the Super Bowl, right? So I mean, it's development is key, and Dre said that, and I think that's a piece that we forget. Like these players in the vacuum are one thing, but then it's what they go to that matters. Like when Caleb went to the Bears, dude, his rookie year, he was set up. Like we were thinking, man, he's got a great receiving core. The offensive line was decent the year before, somewhat decent, right? They're pretty good on the run, not great on the pass, but Justin had a decent statistical year in terms of not taking sacks and stuff like that, right? And the defense had been really good with Eberflus, right? We're thinking, wow, Caleb coming in, man, this could be something special now from the rip. And of course, Eberflus did Eberflus things, and the Bears sucked because the offensive coordinator was like, hey, let's go run the same play 4 times in a row, and when we don't get a different thing, go, well, why didn't we get a different result from running the same play 4 times in a row? Stupid shit like that. That goes to what Dre's talking about. Like it's not just the players, it's the coaches that you have too. And I can't wait to after this season's over, however this season plays out, looking at that draft class, and I'll bet when we come down to it, this is probably one of the best draft. That'll probably been one of the best quarterback draft class in a decade.
Mm-hmm. If not the decade. But hey, broski, I'll give you a piece of Vegas advice, bro. Whatever Ashton Genty's projected rushing yards are this year, bet the over.
Yeah, I think Genty will have a good.
Bet the over. I'm telling you, broski, go against your instincts on this one, because I'm telling
injury, you. I think Joe might be right. I think Genty was the right pick for the Raiders. He wasn't the right pick for the Bears because the Bears already had that need kind of filled. And then Monangai, just what a beast he turned out to be. I mean, basically made that Roschon Johnson is now an afterthought and not going to be on this team very much longer. But Genty was, for what they spent, well worth it in Vegas.
Yeah, honestly, I like Monangai too. I don't think he just made Roschon obsolete. I think he's your workhorse.
He is. He's the perfect. He's extending Swift's career in Chicago. He makes Swift better, and Swift makes him better. It's a good combination. It's a good mashup, if you will. I mean,
but Swift is on the older end for running backs, isn't he? I mean, not that he's not still producing, but he's
in his second contract. Will he get a third? Yeah, I think he could justify it. He's been relatively healthy since he's been in Chicago. He's missed maybe a game here, a game there, which is kind of par for course across the league for almost any running back. So, yeah, if he stays healthy this year and he keeps producing, I could see him get another contract in Chicago. He's already expressed, his wanting to be in Chicago because he sees the writing on the wall. He knows that something special is going on there. Is he willing to be there for, not, break the door down money? I think he could be. Yeah, no doubt. But I mean, look at two guys that everyone thought wouldn't be on the Bears coming into this season are on the Bears still. Swift and Kmet. A lot of people are like, "Oh no, they're definitely gone." Yet they're not.
Yeah, but that's because the Bears found a way to use them. Like, Ben Johnson found a way to keep them relevant, and now I really like what the Bears did offensively. Like, now you have it's like a hydra. You have so many heads to that monster. It's like, which one do you cut off? Like, that's the question.
And for Kmet and Swift, where they're at in their careers, their next contract aren't going to be big money. I think they'll just, it's kind of like they won't do the Andre Dawson to the Cubs kind of thing. They might do a Kerry Wood to the Cubs kind of thing, take less money to stay in Chicago. At this point in their careers, because they want to ring at this point because they've made good money. They know they've made good money. They've got a nice. They're never gonna have to work again if they don't want to. If they're living right. I mean, Kmet's a hometown boy. I mean, I think Kmet will find a way to stay on that roster in Chicago. He's a hometown kid. What a greatest thing to possibly win a ring with your hometown team. Swift, that one's going to be more interesting, but I think if he stays healthy, he's got a really good shot at staying in this team. So no, I like what they've done, but what I don't like about this kind of speculation is when people get butthurt over it. You know what I mean? And there's too much of that right now. The internet's just a terrible place, I swear. It's like religion, right? It's great. It can bring people together, right? It can do that, but it can also be the greatest divider of people. Well, that's the internet for you too. You know what I mean?
Look at Fernando Mendoza, like, for example, right? Like, before we knew who had the number 1 overall pick, people were like, "Oh, Fernando Mendoza's the guy. Like, he's going to be the guy," right? And there's still, to their credit, there's still a lot of people who are saying that, right? But the second that we found out that he was going to the Raiders, all of a sudden it's like, well, Fernando's not that good. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
that's the speculation that I'm talking about. Like, that Kane's talking about. Like, but I'm not butthurt about it. It's like everybody has their opinion. Like, I'm not 100% sold that the guy is going to be a superstar. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, he shows a lot of the tools that you want to see with a quarterback, like poise, things that you can't really teach.
You know what it is, Joe? It's kind of like this. When a player's on your team, he's great. The second he leaves in free agency,
he's a bum.
He's a bum. He was terrible. He sucked. Hi, Packer fans, talking to you a lot.
because
I'm picking on the Packer fans here for this because they're phenomenal at doing that. John Dorn, anytime some guy leaves the Packers, Rashawn Gary was washed up and he's terrible anyway. Like, dude, last year you were telling me that's the reason why the Packers defense is going to be so good. To
be fair, we all thought that till he laid an egg at the end of the season.
But Ken, continuing my point, thank you. But like when Roquan Smith left Chicago, oh my God, Bears fans were selling off the Roquan. DJ Moore, sportsman right now, if it's on a Chicago Bears jersey or helmet, dirt cheap. I don't get it. The guy's still a great player. He played for your team. Oh, he's a bum now because he's in Buffalo.
I was gonna say I've been seeing a whole bunch of Chicago fans talking shit on DJ Moore.
I know, right? I don't get that.
Why talk shit on the dude? Like, he's man, he gave you the dagger that helped you beat Green Bay. Like, if anything, you should be rolling out the carpet for the dude. Like,
I was gonna say, as you see why a lot of these players that have left Green Bay, I actually talk about the good that they've done. Now, granted, I will talk about the things I didn't like about them, but I do that with pretty much.
I gotta give Ken credit there because he's not the worst of the Packer fans when it comes to if this is the second the guy leaves our team, he's a bum, because he actually gave Quay Walker credit and said no, he's a good player. Like, these are his strengths and these are his weaknesses. Like,
and look, it's funny though. Like I really should go pick up a DJ. I've got a DJ Moore helmet from when he was in Carolina. I should go get a DJ Moore Bears one because they're so friggin' cheap right now. It's ridiculous. But I don't get that with fans. Like, yeah, I have a Mitch Trubisky helmet in my collection.
Hold on, you want to know exactly why? Because it's all the leftover tribalism bullshit from when we were going around in caves and fucking jungles, and it's you're no longer a part of my group, so you fucking suck, and I'm gonna kill you. Granted, it's not to that full extent anymore.
I've got a Trubisky, I've got a Fields, I've got 3 Roquan Smiths in my collection, and you know what? They were Bears.
Mhm.
Better or worse, right? They were part of my team at one point or another. Does that mean I should sell them off because now one plays for Kansas City, one plays? Where did Mitch go? He just signed somewhere else.
Mhm.
Fields is in Kansas City. Mitch signed somewhere else to be the backup there, and Roquan's in Baltimore. Should I sell all their stuff because they're no longer Bears? Hey Dre, I'll take one of those DJ Bears. I have no room on the wall for jerseys.
I have a Nate Hobbs jersey from when he was a Raider. I still wear it because Hobbs was one of my favorite. Hobbs was one of my favorite Raiders. Man, he went to the Packers and absolutely sucked on the Packers, and which is one of the few cases where the Packers couldn't get the most out of him. He actually played his best ball for the Raiders. That
happened with Eric fucking Stokes too. Because, dude, that was one player I was trashing when they left was Eric Stokes. That's because I had so much hope for that guy after his rookie year. He looked so good. Then he got that knee injury and just was terrible for us. But once he went over to the Raiders, he flipped that fucking switch, and I can't knock the guy now. He's a damn good corner.
I've got a David Montgomery Bears helmet. Should I get rid of that too? Because now he's a Texan? Because Lions fans are now like, I've seen Lions fans trashing Monty. It's like, really? Monty is a good friggin' running back in this league. Should I get rid of my Bears Monty because he's now a Texan after being a Lion? I don't get it. I mean, these people, this feeds into this whole clickbait draft for the way people talk. It's just like, guys, these players are pretty good to even be considered. And when you think about how many people sign an NFL contract that play football in general, they're like the top 1%. And I know I've said this before, like, oh, but this guy's trash on a team. He's cooked. He's terrible. Yeah, he's still better than 99.9% of the people on the planet who play this game.
Dude, so you were talking about Stokes, right? So Stokes went to the University of Georgia, and he played with Nakobe Dean and Quay Walker, who all 3 of them are now on that Raider defense.
Mm-hmm.
So as good of a year as Stokes had last year, I think he could even have a better year this year because of the continuity that he has, playing with former teammates. They won national championships together. And it's not about the talent level as much as it is the communication.
Mm-hmm.
They have that communication amongst each other.
And let me tell you, Quay Walker is a hell of a communicator on that defense. That, I think, is his absolute best strength.
So he'll probably be our green dot this year.
Yep, I would almost guarantee it.
Yeah, they're still blowing Stafford. They're still blowing Stafford.
Okay, do you remember though when they made the trade, the Rams go Super Bowl, and Detroit fans were jubilant because Stafford was getting a ring. Now that a lot of Lions fans hate Stafford. First, really? I mean, 1 minute they were happy. Oh, it was the Detroit Rams. Remember that joke was going around, and Detroit Lions fans were Detroit Rams. And come on, Stafford, and he wins the Super Bowl. And now he's public enemy number 1 when he comes back. Kelly gets booed at Ford Field, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, dude, really? I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of.
Well, Kelly gets booed for different reasons.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Joe.
She does, but she went from being like, oh, she's such a brave woman who had these medical issues and overcame, and Matthew gave us all this great time, and now they get booed when they go back to Detroit.
Because she cucked him.
Yep. That'll do it.
She cucked him, dude. She has some legitimate trollop tendencies, dude. There's nothing else to be said about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they won the trade, but I don't think they lost the trade. Like they rebuilt their entire team off that Stafford trade, and they became relevant. Like, do they become relevant if they didn't make that trade? I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not
So
not to the level they did, but you know what though, you could say LA wins a trade because well they got a ring out of it.
yeah, like I said, I don't think the Lions lost the trade. I mean, you can say LA won the trade because they got the ring they were after, but I don't. I look at it as one of those rare instances where both teams benefited from the trade.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you, Joe. But in terms of who won and who lost, the Rams got a ring and almost just got a second ring since that trade, and the Lions have sniffed the ring once and choked in the NFC Championship.
What did Broski say? I didn't get to see his comment. Oh, what is it about Stafford getting cucked? Like that, I didn't write that story, bro. Like that's
Oh, that
I just go
wasn't.
off.
Oh, hold on. That wasn't even a story. She said that during a podcast with her own lips.
Yeah, like
Hey, let's go. If let's go find some more money to take back from a player that retired. That's the Detroit motto. Yeah, this draft is going to be interesting, man. I mean, the clickbait is pretty bad on this draft, but I mean, honestly, I don't know what to expect for the Bears. Like for my team, like Joe, at least you know what you're doing at number one. Ken, you don't have to worry about the first round. You get to sip my tie.
I was gonna say I get to sit back and either drink me some Captain or some Jim Beam and laugh my ass off at all the fucking picks because whatever you pick, I don't care. It's wrong.
Yeah, I love the videos last year when the Bears like took Luther Burden and Packer fans. You've seen the montage, right? The Packer fans laughing about it.
Hold on. I don't have to see a montage. I was that exact guy because we had Woody on the show, and he wanted Warren bad. As soon as they announced Loveland's name, because I knew how bad.
Well, Loveland too. There's that video. Yeah, the same thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, as soon as they announced his name, I mean, as soon as the period was on that sentence, I started laughing my ass off because not only was it conventional thinking was you pick Warren over Loveland, and that was funny. But the crash out that Woody was going to have, I knew was going to be fucking epic. So there's like a clip out there of me like laughing for like 2 minutes solid.
There are clips for that draft pick and for the Luther Burden draft pick with Packer fans. Like, oh my God, what a joke. The Bears are going to be terrible. And then it's followed by video clips of these guys burning the Packers, right? And it's just like, that's what I love about, that's one thing I love about draft day is just like the Nostradamus is just being like, and then a year later you see like, like that, those types of clips. That part's fun. I love watching it. I try not to be that guy. We've all been that guy.
I was gonna say we have all had guys we've championed that. Oh my God, they're gonna be the fucking next ultra superstar, and they don't even make it through the rookie contract.
Like I was big on Bijan Robinson a couple years ago, and he's a good running back, but he hasn't been anything close to what we thought he was going to be coming into that draft.
He's probably top 5.
Yeah, but we were thinking like, remember he was the best thing since Saquon. He was going to light the world on fire. Yeah, he's been solid. He's been good, but he hasn't been end the world good. You know what I mean?
Who I thought was going to be absolutely outstanding was Aaron Curry, and you know who absolutely sucked? Yep.
Yeah. I like watching Mel Kiper be wrong. That's one of my favorite things about the draft.
I am so fucking thankful. And I mean I might have to go and write the NFL a thank you letter for starting to host the drafts on the NFL Network, because ever since they have, I have not had to hear Mel Kiper's voice other than a short little clip on some fucking post on Facebook or something. It is so great not having to hear that whiny little bastard.
Oh man, hey, that was like for me that was entertainment because like Todd McShay as quiet as it's kept, Todd
He-
McShay is actually right a lot more than Mel Kiper is, and it drives Mel Kiper fucking nuts, dude. Like when they're sitting there and they're about to make a pick, right? And Mel Kiper's like, it's gonna be this guy. It doesn't make sense for it to be anyone else. And Todd McShay's like, well, actually, I think they're gonna go here. And then they go there, and Mel Kiper's just sitting there, like you could just see his face all scrunched up. He's fucking pissed. And Todd McShay's just like keeping his mouth shut because he's like, dude,
my,
you know.
my issue is Mel Kiper has the face and the voice of somebody you just want to fucking choke.
So here's a question: how many times in this draft are the fans going to be really pissed off at what their teams do in the first round?
I think more than other years, just because this draft is such a question mark. Like you have a lot of what seems to be high end defensive talent, right? Like it's a defense heavy and offensive tackle heavy draft. Like, so they're going to be, you know, I don't know, man. Like the wide receivers to me, they marks.
I think this is where we're getting. People get too attached to these kids coming into the draft, and when they don't, their team doesn't draft them. Oh my God, my team didn't follow my mock. It's terrible. The world is ending. Like, look, I think the Bears need to draft defense. Would it shock me if we drafted an offensive weapon? Most definitely. It would shock me. Like, if we went and get a receiver in the first round, I'd be like, 3 years in a row? I mean, damn, okay. But what about the corners or the safety position? Or, you know, I'd be like that. But I'm wondering, I see it coming in a weird way. I have this weird itch in the back of my head going, you know, the Bears are going to draft an offensive player that we're not thinking of. Like they're going to go get a wide receiver.
Fullback.
I don't know why they would. They got Walker. They've got a good young core, but I can see them do it just to give fans the middle finger. And you know what? With the way Foles picks, I'm not going to be unhappy because he hits. And the first and second round specifically. You know, I mean, but how many teams are going to, or their player or fan base is going to lose their shit because we really needed X and the team went completely opposite?
Honestly, I think the Bears should take McNeil Warren if he's there at 25. Like you need safety help. You have like how many safeties even on your roster,
Right,
and he's awesome.
But
Like
wouldn't
he's
it be a GM move to go wide receiver there instead of safety? Because some wide receiver that you really have, that's why, like I said earlier, I like to be the fly on the wall because that kind of shit happens. Like Joe, exactly for the reason why you're saying it. You're making a great argument that I agree with, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears said, "Nah, we're going to take a wide receiver." Like, okay, let me be the fly on the wall. What's the thought process on that? Right?
Mhm.
And this happens every draft with all our teams.
What are you going to do if they take a tight end in the first round?
I mean, you carry 3 on the roster, so okay. But yeah, it'd be like,
I was going to say it's going to be real fucking hard to use 3 tight ends.
right? But you do keep 3 on your roster, right? But yeah, it's kind of like, are you converting them? Like, what's the reason? You know, I mean, but that's just it. Like, that's why you be the fly on the wall. If they did something like that, yeah, I mean, Bears fans will go livid. I mean, I had questions like, really tight end? Really? Do we really need him with Cole Kmet and Colson Loveland there? I mean, what's the thought process on that, guys? Like, are you converting him to a wide receiver 3? Is he an extra guy now? I mean, is he going to be is he just like phenomenal blocker and you got him for blocking? I mean, you know, especially a first round pick. I mean, yeah, I'd be like going, excuse me, was the dispensary giving out like some really, really good shit that day or what? I mean, but that's what I'm saying though. Like that's how the draft goes every year.
If something like that happens, I swear to God, that like 2-minute clip of me laughing is going to be like a 10-minute clip of me laughing.
I mean, it's kind of like Colson Loveland last year. Like Broski and I were talking up Warren big time, and Ben Johnson was talking about Warren, and that's why every Bears fan was like Tyler Warren. And when I found out who he picked, I was like, huh? And so then, I started doing what every other fan does. I started looking up Colson Loveland. Like, why did we get this guy? And then it hit me. Okay, this guy is like more of a Ben Johnson kind of guy. He fits the scheme. Like, okay, well, let's give this a shot. And then the season started, and Broski remembers this. We're both going like, well, geez, Tyler Warner's doing really, really good in Indianapolis early. What's up with this Colson? We're not seeing anything out of Loveland at all. And then by the end of the year, we're all like, okay. Okay. So, yeah. Every draft, it's like that. But a Bears taking another tight end, I'd be like, yeah, kind of like, are you going to line the guy up at wide receiver more than tight end? Are you taking him to be your wide receiver 3?
No, it'll be a prototypical tight end type of guy, and it's just going to be one of those. What in the fuck?
But I mean, every year
Either that or Ben Johnson is going to like revolutionize football by starting with the 3 tight end set.
Yeah, I mean, why not? But I mean, every year we see, oh, my team really needs a safety, and then they draft offense, and we're all going like,
or like, hey, holy shit, Green Bay really needs a cornerback. It'd be really awesome if we could get this Cooper DeJean guy. You know what we really don't need is a left tackle in the first round, though. Let's take that Jordan Morgan guy. Can you tell I'm still a little pissy about that one?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be a fly in the wall, like, and understand the thought process. And then, get the information that, well, let's be honest, we don't have. Like, Bears fans, we need an edge. Bears fans, I don't think we're getting an edge. They're very high on Dio in Chicago right now, the coaching staff and the front office. I want to know why. Like, what are they seeing that we're not? And it's a lot, obviously. Like, I don't think, even the pundits, they're going to draft, you see a defensive end in the first round of Chicago. I don't think it's happening. They're high on Loveland. I don't think we're drafting an edge rusher in the first couple rounds, if at all. And Bears fans are going to be livid when they don't draft an edge rusher. But I don't think they're going to. Honestly, they're high on Dio and the other guys on this roster right now.
Or what if they surprise you? Like, what if Akeem Messidor is still on the board at 25 and they take Messidor?
Then I ask questions like, okay, so who's gone? Right? That's the next part, right? They do something like that, Joe, right? Then my next question is like, so who's gone, or who have they lost confidence in? Or are they false flagging the confidence to the media and the fans and to other GMs in order to make this move, right? Because you get the gamesmanship piece of it. But yeah, I wonder questions, because right now I don't think the Bears are going to do it. Now, if something like that happens, I'd be like, okay, so who's gone? What's the thought process? It's like the draft is funny that way, but in the clickbait, that's why I hate clickbait season, because clickbait seems to negate a lot of like thinking in terms of peeling the onion back. It's all surface level at best. Like, the Bears are high on Dio, and when you listen to what these guys are saying in their little, they do talk to media right now about Dio. Dude, they're talking him up like he is going to be like, maybe not Max Crosby or Myles Garrett, but the dude's going to be an impact. And Bears fans are left going, really? Why are they thinking this? Because Bears fans aren't. Coaching staff is. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's that part of the year, and tomorrow we'll get to rant about a little bit more, and who knows what we'll rant about early. Maybe there'll be another 30 visit. I guarantee someone's getting drafted by someone.
You don't say, Ken. That shit happens during the draft. Somebody gets drafted by someone. Holy fuck!
Hey,
dude.
our team had a guy visit him. We're most definitely drafting him because I saw it on the internet. And by the way, I'm a French model too. If you guys remember the State Farm commercial,
No,
really hot girl, really ugly guy. And she says, well, if it's not, she's like, if it's on the internet, it's true. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm a French model. See? And no. It was a funny commercial from State Farm back a couple years ago. But on that terrible take and bad reference to a bad State Farm commercial, which I can't wait for some more Andy Reid State Farm commercials because they are classic. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Last show before I go on vacation. Thank God. It's going to be nice to soak up some sun on some beaches somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Puppy monkey baby. On
Mm-mm.
that note,
give
JB's
me
next.
the old drunk monkey.
We'll see you in the morning. Have a good one, guys.